Hi guys! So, we're trying something new today. Hopefully, it will work out. I think this is a better way for me to reach out to you guys and tell you what you need to work on. So, we're gonna go over the 3 classes you would normally have on a Tuesday, which are Bible, English, and math. So, let's start with Bible. You guys did a really good job with Timothy, and now it's time to go to the next book in the New Testament, which is Titus. Now, Titus chapter 3 teaches us about how believers should handle situations in which there's a lot of division. Now, to give you a little background, Titus was sent by Paul to a church that was going through a lot of division at the time. They had different opinions. As you have seen, different churches had different ways of looking at things, and a lot of times that would cause people to separate and not talk to each other and say things about each other. And the reason I want us to read this chapter this week is because it talks about love, it talks about kind behavior, it talks about being careful with your words. And I think that's something we can really use right now, especially in our country. We have been praying for our country for a really long time. We have been praying for this period. And I know right now a bunch of us could be really scared about what we see in the news, or we could just be using our words in a way that's not pleasing to the Lord. So I want to encourage you guys right now, what you can do is use your words carefully, be kind to other people, be gentle, show love. We've seen what real love looks like. And I just encourage you guys. I know that maybe you think there's not much we can do. We're at home all day. But I've also seen that you guys, when you guys treat your brothers and sisters with kindness and respect, when you treat your parents with kindness and respect and kind words, that really shows. And I think everyone around you can tell. And if you create unity with the people who are closest to you, your brothers, your sister, your family, that can spread. And people can learn from you. Like we saw in Timothy, guys, I think that age should not be something you can use to say, oh, what can I tell to people? I'm the youngest one in my house. Show good attitudes, be an example, be kind, be careful with what you say. Don't use demeaning or insulting words to talk about people. And if you do that, I'm sure that people around you will notice. I can tell you, your parents notice, and your brothers and sisters will notice, and you can be an example right now. And remember, guys, so I'm praying for you. I'm praying for the peace of God in your hearts. Like we've always been praying that the kingdom of God, which is peace, love, and righteousness, will be in the country. Keep praying for Bolivia. Pray that there would be unity. Pray that there would be peace. Pray that all the things that come from the kingdom of God will come to our country. And prayers are powerful, and we have seen that this year. So I want to encourage you guys, read Titus chapter 3. I will attach the link for those of you who don't have access to a Bible at home, a physical Bible. There's plenty of resources you can use on the internet, like BibleGateway.com. And that will be it. Now going on to math. So for math, we're going to continue doing geometry, and this time we are going to learn 2 different concepts. We're going to learn about areas, and we're going to learn about perimeters. Now, I have recorded this separately, so you guys will be able to see it, and hopefully that will help you. I will also be attaching another video that I will link on the website in case you guys need a further explanation, because my explanation is very, very rustic. But hopefully that will help you. And as you know, I'm on WhatsApp always. So if you have any questions or anything you want to ask, I'm right here. And last but not least, English. Great job doing your vocabulary, guys. I've gotten it from a bunch of you. And going back to storytelling, I have seen your plots, and I'm very happy to say most of you, I know we didn't do really well the first time, but it's improved a lot. So now that you have planned out your short stories, please go ahead and start writing them, okay? Please start writing them, and you will send those to me to check. Hopefully I will see you guys soon and I will be able to give you feedback on your stories in person, but if not, I'll find a way to let you know how you're doing. So thank you guys, and now let's go to math. Okay guys, I'm sorry I'm having to use a really old notebook to explain this. For tomorrow, hopefully I'll find something that I'm trying to do online that will make this easier. But for now, I just want to explain this real quick. So in this case, the definition for area is going to be all the space that is inside the rectangle. So in this case, it would be all the area that is inside. I'm going to color it like it was a board. Okay? So it's all of it. But the perimeter is going to refer only to the area that is around it. So it's going to be this side, and this side, and this side, and this side. So the way we're going to find out what the area of a rectangle is and what the perimeter of a rectangle is going to be by using formulas, which I'm going to explain now. So in this case, for the perimeter, we only need to know the length, which is the longest side of a rectangle, and the width, which is the shortest one, okay? And the formula for perimeter is going to be P equals 2 times length plus width. Another way we could do it is just adding this, the width plus the length plus the width plus the length, but that's going to take too long, and we can just add them one time and multiply them by 2. So for example, let's say the width was 25 feet. And let's say the length was 70 feet. What we would do would be use the formula. So the perimeter for this rectangle would be 2 times 70 plus 25, right? So in the end, if I add these two first, remember guys, parenthesis first, and then I multiply them by 2, my result for the perimeter is going to be 190 feet. And that's just how we get the perimeter. Now I'm going to explain how to get the area for this. So the area is a little bit different because we're taking into account all the space in between, not just around it. So the formula is a little different. As you can see here, area equals length times width. Okay? So let's say we have the same measurements. Let's say the width is also 25 feet, and let's say the length is 70 feet. What we would do would be, to find out, we would do 70, which is the length, times the width, times 25. 25. And in this case, the result for that is going to be 1,750 feet. So that is how... Sorry guys, my video got cut off. But one last thing I want to explain is how to get both the perimeter and the area for squares. Now, excuse my square, it looks like a bit of a rectangle, but it is a square. So in this case, a square has 4 sides that measure exactly the same, right? That's why it is a square. So in this case, let's say that my square measures exactly 4 feet on each side. So if I want to do the perimeter, I have to do this measurement times 4. You could also do it 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, or just 4 times 4. So the perimeter of my square is going to be 4 times 4. So the perimeter is equal to 16 feet. That is the formula. Now for the area, we do the measurement of one of the sides square, or as you know, square means side times side. So in this case, it would be the area would be equal to 4 square, which equals 4 times 4, and my area is going to be 16 feet. Now, in this case, just because we use the number 4, we have the same measurement, but when you're working with other numbers, you're going to see that it's a little bit different, okay? Okay, guys, this is all you need to know for math. I'll send in the number of exercises you have to do, and as usual, you can find me on WhatsApp. All of your parents have my number in case you need any help.